Black woman arrested, but officers are shocked when they discover her identity. On a bustling afternoon in downtown Atlanta, Dr. Monica Harris, a highly esteemed African-American neurosurgeon, was making her way home after an exhausting shift at the hospital. Monica, well regarded for her skill and dedication, had spent years building her name in the medical field. Having just completed a 12-hour surgery, she was eager to enjoy a quiet evening with her family. Dressed casually, she decided to stop at a convenience store to pick up a few essentials before heading home. The neighborhood was lively, with people immersed in their daily routines. As Monica entered the store, she noticed the cashier, a young woman named Sarah, eyeing her with noticeable unease. Monica dismissed it, attributing it to her worn-out appearance. As she moved through the aisles gathering her items, she couldn't shake the feeling that she was being watched. However, she chose to ignore it, focusing on what she needed. She had faced prejudice before and knew how to navigate such situations. Outside the store, a police cruiser was parked, with officers Daniels and Mitchell inside, responding to a call about a suspicious person in the area. A store employee, mistaking Monica's fatigue for suspicious behavior, had contacted the authorities. When Monica approached the register to pay, Sarah hesitated before ringing up her items, nervously glancing toward the entrance. Just as Monica handed over her payment, the officers entered, their hands resting on their holsters. "Ma'am, we need to have a word with you," Officer Daniels said in a firm tone. Monica turned, surprised. "Is something wrong, officers?" "We received a report about a suspicious individual matching your description," Officer Mitchell explained, and Monica felt her heart sink. "I'm just here to buy some groceries. I don't understand what this is about," she responded. "Please step outside with us," Daniels instructed. Reluctantly, Monica complied, leaving her purchases on the counter. As they exited the store, a small crowd began to form, curious about the unfolding scene. Monica attempted to explain herself, but the officers appeared uninterested in hearing her side of the story. "Do you have any identification on you?" Mitchell asked. Monica reached into her bag for her ID, but before she could pull it out, Officer Daniels grabbed her arm roughly. "Don't move," he barked. "I'm just getting my ID," Monica calmly replied, despite the rising fear inside her. Still unconvinced, the officers decided to detain her. They handcuffed her and led her to the police cruiser. Monica felt a wave of anger, humiliation, and helplessness wash over her. Despite her hard-earned status, she was being treated like a suspect simply because of her race. As they drove to the police station, Monica sat in silence, trying to make sense of what was happening. She knew her family would be worried when she didn't arrive home. Her husband, David, a lawyer, and her teenage daughter, Jessica, who looked up to her as a role model, would be anxiously awaiting her return. At the station, Monica was placed in a holding cell while the officers ran her ID. It didn't take long for them to realize their mistake. As they reviewed her credentials, their expressions shifted from confidence to shock. "She's a neurosurgeon," Mitchell whispered to Daniels, eyes widening. "And a highly respected one at that," Daniels muttered, guilt washing over him. "We need to fix this now." The officers immediately contacted their precinct captain. Captain Reynolds, a no-nonsense veteran of the force, arrived within minutes. After a quick glance at Monica's file, he ordered her immediate release. "This is a serious mistake," Reynolds said, his voice tight with frustration. "Dr. Harris, I offer my deepest apologies. You should never have been treated like this." Monica was released from the holding cell, her wrists aching from the handcuffs. As she faced the officers, her expression was calm but resolute, masking the deep disappointment she felt. "I hope you fully grasp the gravity of what just happened," Monica said, her voice steady. "This isn't just about me. It's about the systemic racism people of color endure every day." Captain Reynolds nodded solemnly. "You're right, Dr. Harris. We will conduct a thorough investigation into this incident." With that, Monica gathered her belongings and left the station, her mind racing. She knew this experience would leave a lasting mark on her, but she also recognized the need to transform it into something meaningful. When she arrived home, her husband David and their daughter Jessica were waiting anxiously. As soon as she walked through the door, visibly shaken but safe, they rushed to her side. "What happened?" David asked, worry etched on his face. Monica recounted the events at the station, her voice calm but laced with emotion. Jessica listened intently, her wide eyes filled with disbelief. "Mom, that's horrible!" Jessica exclaimed. "How could they do that to you?" Monica hugged her daughter tightly. "It happens far too often, sweetheart. But we can't let it break us. We have to use this experience to push for change." David, always the supportive husband, nodded in agreement. "We should take legal action, Monica. This kind of treatment is unacceptable." In the following days, word of Monica's ordeal began to spread. With David's help, the media was contacted, and soon local news outlets were covering her story. Monica decided to speak out, hoping that sharing her experience would bring attention to the racial discrimination that persists, even against accomplished professionals like herself. She gave interviews, calmly recounting the incident and calling for systemic reforms within law enforcement. Her message was powerful and clear: racial profiling and prejudice must end. Monica knew her story had the potential to spark conversations and, more importantly, inspire change. Support poured in from all corners: her community, colleagues, and even strangers who were moved by her story. Monica received an outpouring of letters and emails from people who had endured similar experiences, thanking her for being a voice for change. Under increasing public pressure, the police department introduced mandatory sensitivity and bias training for all officers. Captain Reynolds reached out to Monica personally once again, offering a sincere apology and vowing to work toward a more equitable and just policing system. Monica's determination only grew stronger. She collaborated with local civil rights organizations to push for policy reforms and enhanced training programs for law enforcement. She began speaking at community gatherings, hospitals, and schools, sharing her message of unity and justice. Through her efforts, Monica emerged as a prominent advocate for social change, using her platform to champion the fight for equality. Her experience, though painful, sparked positive transformation. One evening, while her family gathered around the dinner table, Jessica gazed at her mother with admiration. "Mom, I'm so proud of you. You're truly making a difference." Monica smiled, feeling a surge of pride. "Thank you, Jessica. But remember, this isn't just about me. It's about all of us standing together to make the world a better place." David raised his glass in a toast. "To Monica and to the fight for justice, may we always strive to do what's right." As they raised their glasses, Monica felt a profound sense of fulfillment. She knew the road ahead would be challenging, but with her family's support and her strong sense of purpose, she was ready for whatever came next. What had begun as an act of injustice became a pivotal moment in her life, fueling her passion for advocacy and her commitment to fighting for equality. Through her strength and resolve, she inspired others to join the movement, proving that even in the face of hardship, one person can create real change. Monica's story continued to resonate with people, serving as a reminder that true progress begins by acknowledging and challenging the biases within ourselves and our systems. As long as voices like hers continued to speak out, there was hope for a future where everyone, regardless of race, would be treated with dignity and respect. Monica Harris's journey highlights the reality of racial discrimination and the importance of standing up for justice. How can communities and law enforcement work together to prevent incidents like this and promote equality? Have you or someone you know been through a similar experience? Share your thoughts and stories in the comments below. Let's start a conversation about how we can create a world where everyone is treated with fairness and respect. Your voice matters. Now it's your turn. Have you ever witnessed or experienced racial bias like this? We want to hear your story. Your voice matters, and by sharing your thoughts in the comments below, you can help spark an important conversation. Together, we can raise awareness and work towards change. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.